Today I'm going to be teaching you how you can easily make money with the news. You're going to be learning how you can easily trade fundamentals like NFP, CPI, FOMC, GDP and others. And the fundamental data is basically any economic data which is released or any geopolitical events which occurs which causes temporary volatility on the market. Normally anytime fundamentals are released, anytime major fundamentals are released, what you normally see on the market is extreme volatility on the major pairs that are traded. Basically any currency which is related to the particular data which is released, meaning that if there's interest rates on the United States dollar, you're basically expecting high volatility in the United States dollar pairs. There's also any fundamentals on inflation as well as unemployment rate on the United States dollar. You're also looking at taking advantage of how it's actually going to affect the United States dollar pairs. One amazing thing about Forex and why I enjoy trading Forex, which I'm never going to stop, is that it doesn't matter whether the fundamental which is released is positive or negative. It doesn't matter whether unemployment goes up or comes down. And what matters is the volatility which is actually going to occur on the market when this news is actually released. So what happens is you just take advantage of the direction. Either you expect strong movement upwards or strong movement downwards. And the fundamental we're going to be focusing on today is CPI. CPI is simply an acronym for Consumer Price Index, which also refers to inflation. Basically talking about the consistent increments in, general prices or aggregate prices of goods and services produced in an economy. So if you live in Ghana and you drive a car and you purchase fuel, you realize that if you go there, let's say if you go to purchase fuel on Monday and it's 12 cedis per gallon, and you go on Tuesday it's 13 cedis per gallon, you go the next day 14, you go the next day 15. That's basically inflation. It affects every single country, every single economy. Based on my experience from trading on the market, the strongest fundamental I've ever traded on the market is actually CPI, or what we call inflation. So basically, I never miss a chance to take advantage of trading inflation anytime this data is released, particularly for the United States dollar or sometimes the Canadian dollar as well. So today I'll be taking you through how I took advantage of this trade, how you can also take advantage of it easily anytime it is released. I'll show you a few key indicators, some simple things that you need to look out for, as well as a simple trick you can actually use to trade it and then make some quick cash for yourselves. You can easily flip your accounts, you can easily pass your profit challenges. So we have quite an amazing lesson awaiting us today. If you cannot wait for this lesson to start, all I need for you to do is just one thing I need for you to do: hit that like button. I need you to like this video, also share with as many retail traders you know as possible. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to this channel where we are fast approaching the 10K subscriber mark. So if you can remember my very last YouTube video, I talked about starting afresh with $100 account. Basically what I was going to do if all I had was $100 trading Forex. You remember I created an account, funded it with just $100, and I talked about waiting to take advantage of inflation when it's released later in the day. So I waited, CPI was released, I traded it on all my accounts as well as the $100 account. And I'm going to be giving you an update as to how it went. I also took the trade with my entire community on Telegram. So if you are here and you know I'm on Telegram community, check the link in the description to join the trading community on Telegram. We are about to hit the 15,000 subscriber mark. So I need you to join my Telegram community, keep up with me, receive all my trade calls in real time. You can clearly see we clocked over 100 pips on gold in less than 15 minutes. That was what we did with CPI this week. And let's jump right onto the charts. Let me explain to you how to take advantage of inflation, what key indicators to look at, what currency pairs are best to trade anytime CPI is released, and then how you can easily make money from it. If you look at my chart, you can easily see up here I have what we call USD fundamentals. It means that if there's any major fundamentals with regards to the United States dollar, these are the pairs I look at: USD CHF, GBP, USD Euro, USD AUD, USD USD Gold as well. These are the 6 major currency pairs I look at anytime there's a major and then highly impactful fundamental which is going to be released about the United States dollar. And then the fundamental we had was what we basically call CPI. So let's go back to Wednesday. You remember I talked about it being released at exactly 12:30 p.m. GMT. Anytime you have news on CPI being released, these are the 3 which are released. On the core CPI month to month. And when we talk of the core CPI, all we mean by the core CPI is changing prices of goods and services, excluding food and energy. So anytime we talk of core CPI, it does not include the prices of food as well as energy. And then we have the CPI month to month. If we talk of CPI month to month, it's basically comparing, the change in prices of goods and services produced in an economy on a monthly basis. It means that last month's inflation, 2 months ago's inflation. So the one we're going to be getting next month, we'll talk about this month's inflation. And then we have the CPI year on year. That one is a yearly basis. It means that if we release CPI, the one which was released on Wednesday talked about inflation rates last year, March. The one we're going to be getting in May basically talk about the inflation rate for April 2023. So these are the 3 main data which are released. So what happens is, normally before any news is released, you have analysts making a prediction or a speculation as to what the data is going to be. So what you have as actual is what the actual data is. It means that this is what they predicted the inflation rates to be. This is what was the inflation rate. Prediction, actual, prediction, actual. They basically compare the actual to the forecast to tell you whether the currency is going to be strong or it's going to be weak. And I need you to take your notepad and then pen down what I'm about to say right now, because it is the easiest trick with regards to trading fundamentals. Anytime any news data is released, you don't have to stress yourself to think too much. You don't have to stress yourself to over elaborate or try to understand what the data means. Easiest way you can take advantage of it is simply look at the color. It can be red, it can be green, or it can be black. Black simply means that what they predicted is the same as what was actually released. But the most important one is if it's going to be red or it's going to be green. Basically, you know, red represents negativity. If you are trading and you're making losses, it's in red. A lot of people don't like red because it represents negativity. So any data which is released on the market which has a color red basically means that the currency is going to be weak with regards to that data. If the color is red, you expect weakness in the currency. If the color is green, you expect extreme strength in the currency. Once you see green across the board, it basically means that what the United States dollar is going to be extremely strong over there. That's all you need to understand. If you remember my last CPI video, what I actually talked about, which was the most important aspect, is I like to take advantage of it if it's the same color across the board. If it's green across the board, I can easily take my trade and hold it. If it's red across the board, I can also easily take my trade and hold it. So I always prefer if they are all the same color, they are all green or they are all red, meaning that strength across the board or weakness across the board. So once we have this data here, we don't even need Forex Factory anymore, because now we've actually confirmed that the data is going to be what extreme strength. What do we do next? We simply go to DXY. So you realize that this was exactly when the news was released. Look at what happened, and it has been going strong ever since. So once DXY is strong, DXY also represents the dollar strength index. If this DXY is going up, it means the dollar is strong. If it's coming down, it means what the dollar is weak. If you just oppose that with the various USD currency pairs we trade, GBP USD, you are expecting it to what? Sell. Strong sell. Euro USD also did what? Strong sell. AUD USD also did a what? Strong sell. NZD USD also did a what? Strong sell. And then USD CHF also gave us what? A strong buy. Came back to retest and is going up for a buy again. Gold also gave us what? A 9 sell over 100 pips. But as you can clearly see, the buyers, the long-term buyers for gold has been extremely what? Strong. So once it gave about that 140, 150 pips, it actually what went back, and then it continues a strong bullish bias it has actually been on. But we are basically talking about taking advantage of it there and then when the fundamental was released. It also gave us what a strong sell that particular time when the news was released. So if you like what you're watching today, I want you to just take some time, smash that like button, also look down below and then hit that subscribe button, also smash that notification bell so you receive a notification anytime I go live or anytime I drop a video on YouTube. Let's get back to the video. So what do? You decide what currency pair you want to trade when the fundamental is released. If you want to be on the safer side, you might want to go for the less volatile ones. Less volatile ones, I mean AUD USD, NZD USD, USD CHF. If you want to make as much as possible from the shortest possible time, in this case, you want to go for the much more volatile ones, which are what? GBP USD, Euro USD, and then gold. I like to trade gold during a major fundamental like this because I like how fast it is and then how quickly it rewards you, how fast you can actually make your money and then be out of the position, relax for the rest of the day. Like I said, you decide what you want to go with. So let's say in this case, I decided to stick to gold. We basically go to the 30 minutes time frame. We are on DXY. We are expecting strong buy because the dollar is going to be buy. So look at what happened exactly when the news was released. It came out 12:30 and all of a sudden extreme bullish strength. So it has a direct relationship with USD CHF. So you realize around the same time, what did USD CHF also do? Strong buy. Then we now go to GBP USD. Around the same time, GBP USD also gave us what? A strong sell. Euro USD also gave us what? A strong sell. AUD USD, strong sell. NZD USD, strong sell. Gold as well, strong sell. Even if you are late for the position, you should be able to make over 190 pips before the pullback finally happened. This was exactly when the news came out, expecting a sell in gold. So I was even late for my position, but I ended up jumping in around this particular price we have here. That was exactly when I sent the signal to my community as well. So we made over 190 pips on this simple gold setup. You can clearly see I sent the signal there, and in less than 15 minutes we had already cleared 80 pips. Ended up giving us over 140, 150 pips before it eventually went back. On my $100 account or so, you see I made about $74 on it. Convert that into Ghana cedis, that is well over 1,000 cedis in less than 10 minutes. CPI alone made me over 70%. I'm going to just relax, find another solid setup on this small account, then take trades on this. What I always recommend is that do not leave all your profits on the account. At least withdraw some. So if I'm going to withdraw, or it means I'm going to get over 1,000 cedis on this simple $100 account I created, few days ago. And all this, remember one thing which is key and constant: risk management is key. So if you find this video extremely helpful, very eye-opening for you, I want you to go ahead and then like this video, share with as many retail traders you know as possible. You also want to subscribe to this channel. Like I said, we are fast approaching the 10K subscriber mark, so I want you to subscribe to this channel, join the YouTube family for life. If you also want to take advantage of my trades, like I said, join my trading community on Telegram, where I share live trading signals on a daily basis. The link to my recommended broker is in the description. Just hit there for the best trading conditions, lowest deposit requirements, instant deposits and withdrawals, tighter spreads, as well as 24-hour customer service. You can also keep up with me on my socials, KOMMONFOREX on Instagram, KOMMONFOREX on all platforms. Till next time, I'm KOMMONFOREX, and I hope I left you better than I found you. Peace.